Phew. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I almost didn't do this live because it's been a day, man. It's been a day. Let me go ahead and make a poll. Mm. See the pain in my soul. Makes it hard to let go. Mm. Mm. Okay. I just got out of the shower. I like I said, it's been a day, man. It's been a day. But I'm here. We're ready to chat. We're ready to talk. I don't know if it's gonna be a super long live tonight. I'm not feeling amazing. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. 1 second, I gotta reply to a text. Alright, I'm back. I'm back and I'm back and I'm better. I did not post a warning for this live. I literally just got straight on, so I already know how that goes. Like the first 10, 15, 20 minutes, there ain't gonna be much activity. So until then, I'm gonna just talk about random stuff. Last night, I went to a birthday party. Bro, I'm too old. I'm too old to party. I'm too old to do anything besides exist and work out. And speaking of working out, I made a crazy dumb mistake. Like, how do I explain this? I'm one of those people that, like, when I start something, I have to finish it, right? So I was surfing the internet. I saw someone mention a 10,000 kettlebell swing in a month. It wasn't even a challenge, it was just like something to do. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do that. Did some quick math in my head. I was like, all right, if I did Monday through Friday, 500 swings a day, I'll get to 10,000 in a month. Cool. I got to about swing 300. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this, bro. Hmm. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought I would want to do this. But it was too late. I already started. And so I have to finish it now. So it's gonna be a long it's gonna be a long month. Cause I'm already locked in. And I was thinking like the original way I was trying to break it up, I was like, nah, this sucks. But I got too far in. I was doing sets of 25, right? Because it's a 53-pound kettlebell. It's not light, but you do more than 25 and like stuff starts burning for real. So I did a couple sets of 25. And I'm noting every time I do a set. And I was like, bro, I'm only at 100 after 4 sets. I'm like, no, I gotta start doing sets of 50. So I did a set of 50, and immediately I was like, oh nah, I'm too tired to do sets of 50. Like it would speed things up. But I was like, no. So I was doing mixed sets. I was 25, 50, 25, 25, 25, 50. Either way, bro, it took so long to do the 500 swings, and I was like, bro, I have to do this for 4 more weeks. I wish I did not mentally lock into that. That was a mistake, bro. But like I said, I'm the type of person, once I start something, I'm like, oh, I just gotta finish it. So on top of all of the other working out that I do now, I gotta finish these 10,000 swings. Edwin, ¿cómo estás? One second. ¿Empezaste a trabajar o qué? Te hago la misma pregunta cada vez, pero es que no me acuerdo. Soy viejo. Yo soy un viejo zorro. Ah, ya cumpliste un mes. ¿Y te gusta o no? Ooh, well paid. Nice. What is the job again? I can't remember. I know you told me it's like working for the government or the state or whatever, but what is the actual, what's the word I'm looking for? The details. What is the job description? And you could tell me in English or Spanish. I know stuff like that is hard to say in a second language. And also, since it is a well-paid job, are you working in Spanish or are you working in English or in both languages? Gallo. Oh my god, my battery's so low. Hold on, I need to close out all my other apps. I should have charged my phone, but I was not thinking. But it should last me. It should last me a while. Ah, you're in charge of inventory. Mm, that's hard work right there. You gotta actually pay attention. Kid Hooper, what up? No English? Oh, okay, okay. Sounds like a pretty sweet job, pretty cool job. Kid Hooper, are you actually a kid? Do you actually hoop? Someone voted that they've been abducted by aliens. Too bad I can't help. What position you play? Or was that yes to being a kid? Or was it yes to being a kid and a hooper? Yes, Edwin, I do miss Colombia, bro, every day. Every day. I love Colombia. Do, 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 do. You're a kid and you're a hooper. What position do you play? You know, it's crazy. At one point in time, basketball was my entire life. I was like a serious, serious hooper. That's so weird to think about because you probably couldn't get me to pick up a basketball now. You probably couldn't get me to pick up a basketball. Point guard, are you short? How tall are you? Also, what state are you from again? Because that's going to determine how much I judge you. There's certain states where I just don't take basketball players seriously if they're from there. Am I able to work out now? Yeah, yeah. I'm. I can't say I'm back to normal, but um, yeah. I've been working out for like a couple months now. The thing is I can't like I can't squat like I was squatting before. Not yet. I have to regain some more range of motion. But everything else I can deadlift and I've been boxing. I've been back to normal. You're in Chicago. Okay. But you didn't tell me how tall you were though. You're not 4'9", bro. If you're 4'9", then you must be like 6 years old. I mean, I didn't ask you how old you were. You could be 6 years old. It's possible. But Chicago, that's a good state for basketball. If you're a hooper in Chicago, I would say you probably take it seriously. Mm-mm. Do, 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 do. I'm trying to stay on for at least 1 hour. I always try to do a minimum of 1 hour. We'll see how that goes. You're 4'11". Well, you put 4'9" the first time. So now I kind of don't believe you. But I wonder how old you are, though. Because Sharon, you're new here. Hi. What's up? How are you doing? You were 4'9" last year, but you're not telling me how old you are. Are you in middle school, high school? Oh, you're 11. Oh, okay. Okay. It's all adding up now. All right, all right, all right. Well, we'll see if you're a real hooper when you get older. It's easy to be a hooper when you're young. I'm great. How about you? Are you good? I'm great. I'm doing amazing. What do you get on YouTube for? What do you like to watch? I'm on here to help support people. In what ways? I'm going to Simeon for my high school. Ooh, that's where the hoopers are for real. Big time hoopers. I want to know how Sharon helps support people. Chat, if they need money, just want them to know life is good. Life is good. I would have to agree. Life is amazing, or at least it can be. Maybe it's not for everyone at the moment, but it always can be. Cookie dough. I'm gonna pick cookie dough. Oh man, what a day. What a day. What did y'all do this weekend? Wild one, dog. Charles, you're 60. Hmm. I'm not quite 60, but I get on here for the same reasons. I get on here to chat it up with people if they need it, help them if they need it, spread any knowledge that I have about anything, make life a little bit easier for people. How much money you plan to retire at? Never, bro. I'll never retire. I love everything that I do. I don't need to retire from it. With age comes knowledge. Sometimes, for some people. Some people seem to not gain any more knowledge or get any more intelligent as they get older. You like my bed? Thanks. Why do black people hate white people so much? I don't know, man. You have to ask them. Go outside and go ask them. Divine fool. Why that question? Why do you want to know how much money I plan to retire at? How much was the bet? I don't know. I don't remember. I usually I don't really look at prices. I just get what I want. I tried, but I woke up in the hospital. Dang, that sucks, man. Haven't you got a new tripod? No, man. I keep saying I'm gonna get one, but I'm so lazy. And the thing is, I only do these lives like twice a week, right? And so what happens is I'll get done with this one and I'll be like, you know what? I should order that new tripod. And I'll be like, I'm not gonna do another live stream until Wednesday. I'll do it tomorrow. And then Wednesday comes around and I'm like, oh God, I still didn't get it. And that's been going on for like at least a month now. So some people, sorry, most people lose the capability of logical thought, normally along with complacency in their lives. Yeah. Any explanation or it just sucks? Well, here's the thing, Robert. I don't speak for all of those people. I don't know. You'd have to talk to them. I could ask you a very similar question about maybe people that look like you, but you're not those people. I can only ask you things about you. I learn every day. These live streams give me a look into how other people live, interact, and help. You know what? That's the beautiful and the ugly part about the internet. You can run into a lot of hate on the internet, but you can also run into a lot of good stuff. I've met a lot of people that I wouldn't have met if the internet didn't exist. I've been able to help a lot of people because of the internet. I've been able to get a lot of help and learn things that I maybe wouldn't have learned if I didn't have the internet. So I think in that sense, the internet is amazing. Get to talk to people from places that you would maybe never go. Like you said, you get to get a look into how they think, what drives them, what they care about. I like talking to people from different backgrounds and people that grew up differently. I like hearing everyone's thoughts. So, what are my thoughts on religion? That's a very vague question. I think religion has its pros and cons, but they call me slurs that would be classed as racist. Obviously, you're not responsible. Right. So, that's what I'm saying. What do you want me to say? I don't know those people. I can't give you any explanation for why they did what they did or whatever. Olivia Hicks, are you married? Yes. What places have you traveled? Man, I've traveled to a lot of different places because my dad is currently still in the military, and I served in the military for 10 years. So between my childhood, my time in the military, and then the time after that, I've been to a lot of places. I've been all over Europe. Um, I can tell you where I haven't been. It's probably better. I've never been to Canada, weirdly enough. Never been to Canada. Never been to Mexico, also strangely enough. Do I have kids? No, I don't have any kids. Nope, never been to Japan either. Never been to Japan or Korea. I have Asperger's. I'm high functioning, but I've come to the conclusion today that nobody can truly get me. It's both liberating and depressing. Strange combination. You know what? That's very true. But I also think that's true for everyone. Not to like diminish your experience at all, but I think all the time how like the words that I'm speaking right now, right? It's just a mode of communication to try to get you to understand what's going on in my head, but you will never fully be able to understand what's going on in my head. I can just get you as close as possible to what I'm thinking, you know? All words have a connotation to someone that's different to another person, right? So, even the word angry, I could say I'm angry, and that might not be a big deal to you. To someone else, they might say, "Oh my God, he said he's angry. We need to blah blah blah." It depends on where you grew up. It depends on who taught you the word. It depends on your experiences. In some countries, the C word isn't that strong. In America, the C word is very, very strong. What do you think motivates people to deliver hate online? Edwin, they live miserable lives. They're not happy, right? And so sometimes they just need love, man, or they got a bunch of different stuff going on. I've found that trolls and people that hate online, they literally just want a reaction. They want someone to acknowledge them. They're lonely, they're miserable, and like they feel like if they say something nice, you might ignore them. So what do? They try to get a reaction out of you. They try to say like the worst thing that they can, and it makes them feel something. Clearly they need help. I feel bad for them, but that's what it is. I've noticed a lot of kids on live. I think sometimes they get on live to feel they have a voice and will be heard, even if it is a good or a bad experience. Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. I completely get what you mean. You're in Yorkshire. The C word is in every other sentence. Oh yeah, I know. I have a lot of British friends. Just want a fist bump or something. I'm guessing that's supposed to be if you experience racism, then a change thing happens where you're afraid of the attackers. I think that's your experience. I've experienced quite a bit of racism in my life, but I don't feel any hatred towards the race of the people that treated me that way. I won't say what race they are, but it's probably pretty obvious. But I don't judge the rest of the paler skinned people. I know that it was those specific people, and I judge them for it because they did it. I like cheese. Is there enough cheese in the world for everyone? Hmm. I don't know because I don't know how much cheese there is in the world. But what I can tell you is that everyone doesn't like cheese, so there's definitely enough cheese for you, and that's all that matters. Your wife answers the phone like that? That's actually hilarious, though. If you drop the C bomb in Australia, it's like you're saying it through a speaker because everyone hears it. Do you believe that we are alone in the universe? Um, no, I don't. But here's the thing: if we were, would it matter? If we're not, does it matter? And I think alone is also like very subjective, right? Whenever people think of alien life or whatever, they think of like humanoid things. They think of a green man with antenna or something like that. But the thing is, if there's a tree on a planet 1,000 light years away, that's another living form, right? There could be something like that. There could be all kinds of forms of something, forms of being that are nothing like us. And so we wouldn't be alone. We just would not have something that resembles us. I don't know why, but like every time people make alien movies or they talk about aliens, like I said, it's always humanoid. It's never, I don't know, it could be like they could be beings of dust or something, man. They're always carbon based life forms. No one's creative enough to be like, this is not a carbon based life form. It's completely this, you know? So I don't know. I don't know, man. It's like if you're in a 2D drawing, then you wouldn't see the third dimension, right? Something that's stuck in a paper doesn't know that I'm standing over it, looking at it, unless I interact with the paper. Technically, something could be around me right now. I could be existing with another being, but I can't sense that being. I don't have the awareness to sense that being. It's like if you don't have infrared vision, if you don't have x ray vision, you won't be able to see certain things that another animal could see, right? And so, I don't know. Maybe we don't have the senses to detect another set of beings that are living amongst us or something. You never know. Aliens do exist, but we will never see them. Lots of sightings of UFOs, but again, we will never have them in front of us. Well, that would be hard to say for certain. It's hard to say we will never have them in front of us. You never know until it happens or it doesn't happen. But what happens with a lot of UFO sightings though, it's just like just because something's unidentified doesn't mean that it's an alien. Like I could see some kind of drone fly by right now, and I'll say, "Dude, I'm telling you, I saw blah blah blah." Someone knows what that drone is. I just don't know what it is. Doesn't even have to be carbon based. Heck, even Saturn's rings has the capability of supporting crystalline life. Exactly. Fourth dimension would be time, some people say. Yeah, but again, all right, check this out. Anything that we say is going to be within the bounds of our thinking, right? So we're going to say the fourth dimension is time, and it's because it's something that we experience. But there could be something that we don't even experience. So we wouldn't even be able to describe it. We wouldn't be able to say, oh, the fifth dimension or the fourth dimension is this, because we're not even aware of it. Like I said, if you don't have vision, right? If there's like an animal that doesn't have vision, they don't know what sight is. They just exist, right? And so if you've had sight before and you get it taken away, you can say, oh, vision is this. If you never had vision, it's just not a thing. It's not a thing to you. It just doesn't exist. Not in my lifetime. I mean, I hope not. I don't know if anything good would come from uh, aliens coming to our planet. Everyone always assumes that they would attack us. I'm like, bro, have you seen human beings? We would definitely attack them first. 100%. Even if they weren't being violent. Someone would be like, we got to get them before they get us. Beings existing in a timeless dimension. Yellow bird. Hello. Are you actually a yellow bird? Do you believe giants actually roamed the earth? Roam as in currently or roamed as in past tense? Roamed with the ED or no? Uh, I think Yao Ming is definitely roaming the earth right now, but I don't know what your definition of a giant is. How am I today, Yellow Bird? I'm doing lovely. I'm great. I'm alive. I'm well. I'm healthy. Past tense. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think so, but like I said, you know, it would depend on your definition of a giant. Can you say, hey, Lillian McKenzie? Can you tell me who Lillian McKenzie are first? I don't want to like say hi to like two serial killers or something. I learned that Jalen kisses Muñeco on the mouth. You're a sicko, dude. Are you a product of inbreeding, or has science gone so far that apes like you can now speak English? Science, man. It's all science. I walked in the bedroom. He was kissing Muñeco on the mouth. Yeah, whatever, dude. We're not listening to you. Is gravity real? Oh my God. Have you been watching Terrence Howard podcasts? Gravity is definitely real. We're the ones watching. Okay, well, hey, Lily and Mackenzie. Do you believe humans evolved from Neanderthals? I'm not a scientist, so that's not in my ballpark. Are you sure your parents aren't cousins? Well, I guess I can't be 100% sure. No more sure than you are, you know? Yellow bird. Because that fucking small ass head and big ass chin sure look like inbreeding to me. Well, it could be. You never know. Yeah, maybe that's the answer you're looking for. But you gotta be truly, truly bored right now. You know what I always think's weird? I've never, I've never went on anyone's stream and like left weird comments before. But I always think like, if you're a little kid, I get it. If you're an adult, I'm like, how trash is your life that you get on the internet and try to like aggravate people? I'm like, dang, you must not have a spouse. If you have a spouse, your married life must be horrible. And if you don't have a spouse, that means you're in a room all alone and you're like, I'm gonna piss this guy off. That's that's pretty sad. Do you bleach your beard to attract men or teenage boys? You thinking about teenage boys? You you got teenage boys on your brain? Are you a pedophile? You know, actually, I gotta block you for being a pedophile. I was trying to let you live, but you started bringing up teenage boys. I don't allow weirdos on my chat, so got to take you off of there. Okay, I removed the pedophile, guys. Do 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 do. Um, Sorry, I'm just making sure I didn't do the timeout and I actually removed the person. Sometimes I just click the timeout thing, but true losers will come back in like 5 minutes. So I had to take it all the way off. What the? I'm gonna eat your toes? What does that mean? What's the most scariest dream you had? No, I'm not really a nightmare guy, man. I'm not like a crazy tough guy or anything, but there's just not too many things that would like send me into like a fright or like a frightened state. But when I was a kid, the most memorable dream that I've had, as far as nightmares go, I watched Chucky after my parents told me not to watch Chucky. I was a little kid, and I had a dream that Chucky was trying to stab me, and I was trying to get in my bunk bed because this is when I was a little kid, so I had a bunk bed. He was like stabbing my legs when I was trying to get into the bunk bed, and so when I woke up, I was in the bunk bed, and I'm like, oh, that was real. Like Chucky was really chasing me and stabbing me, so I just started screaming, bro. My parents came, and I was like, Chucky was stabbing me, and they were like, did you watch that movie? And I was like, yeah. Chucky's not real, bro. He was not stabbing me. He was not stabbing me, but it felt real. So yeah, I would say that's the scariest dream I've had. Probably. Serene, why'd you say hello? You're already in the chat. We already started talking. He said, damn, that's scary. Yeah, it was scary back then for sure. It's just kind of funny now, but at the time it was pretty scary. I don't think I've had any real scary dreams since then. I have like occasional dreams where like I'm falling off of something or I'm like getting shot or something, but it's not scary in that sense because like I said, I wake up and I'm like, oh, yeah, it was a dream. But like I said, that Chucky dream when I was a little kid, since I was running to my bunk bed and I jumped up and I was getting stabbed in the dream. Then when I woke up, I was in the bunk bed. I'm like, oh my God, this is real. It's not a dream. It's like there was no transition time. It wasn't like I said, in a dream now, I might be outside getting shot. And I wake up and I'm in my bed. So I'm like, oh, phew. But that time, the transition was me jumping into the bunk bed in my dream to waking up in the bunk bed. So I was like, no, this is real. And I was definitely scared. Definitely. But for the most part, I can control my dreams. I can't really necessarily control like the settings, but I can control myself in the dream. Like I'm always aware that I'm dreaming. So can I exit out of the No Days Off website you have open? Yeah, you can click out of that. Are you in the room or are you downstairs? Cause I need my charger. I dreamed of blue humanoid beings like a choir with glitter on them singing. Was that scary or was it cool? I can't tell. You must have watched like Avatar or something and then it was probably in your head after that. And what were they singing? That's what would determine if it was scary or not. Oh, it was cool. Oh, okay. But I still want to know what they were singing. I'm at 4% Axel. And it's going down rapidly because I'm on a live stream. What song were they singing, Divine Fool? I mean, I can come get it if you're not gonna bring it. You could just throw it up in here. Giselle, what up? What up? I have a potential new student for you. There's this guy that I at this party last night that wants to learn English. But I don't know how much English he speaks. I was telling him like I could just talk to you in English in real life. But I was like, if you don't know any English, you definitely need like some grammar structures and stuff like that to start. Because he has kids and his kids are bilingual, of course. But he would just tell me that he can speak some English, but he wouldn't actually show me how much English he can speak, so I don't actually know. Can't throw through a wall. If you were strong, you could. Nah, but I just meant like you could just open the door and toss it in. But if you're not, just tell me if you're not going to. I'll just come. I'll just get up right now. I'll come get it. Mm, mm. Do, 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 do. What books do you recommend for learning Spanish? Um, it just depends on what you need, man. But if you're looking for like a book that's gonna just help you like magically speak, it's not gonna happen. Like if you already know Spanish, you need to talk to people. If you don't know anything, there's some books that can give you some of the basic structures. Thanks. What?
Looking at this bed.
What?
Because where do you take this bed instead when you're moving? So.
Oh yeah. Whew. All right, I'm back. You need a book for basics? Well, there's two books that could give you the basics. There's an old one called I can't remember what it's called. It's like Madrigals. No, I don't know. Madrigal something. Just Google Madrigal. And then I don't know if you ever seen him on here before, but I got a friend named Mike Ben. He also wrote a book for people that are learning Spanish. So Mike Ben's Guide to Learning Spanish is a good book too. I say it's a little bit better than the first book that I mentioned. Giselle, how long does that test take? Because I can get him to do that so we can know how much English he speaks. Do, 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 do. Mike has a neutral, soft accent. There's are some. Giselle, what is that? There's are some. From 15 minutes to 3 hours, we do not want a 3 hour test. Give me the 15-minute one. I wonder if he has an accent in English. No, he. How would I describe this? He has as neutral of an accent as you can get in English. Like if I heard him talk, I wouldn't know where he was from. There's some people you can like immediately hear like, oh, this person's from Georgia, this person's from Alabama. He doesn't have an accent like that. So why would you as a grown ass man, or why would a grown ass man dye his beard like that? Why would you care what another person does with their life? Is the better question. That's actually crazy to me that you really were like, I'm gonna type this out. I'm gonna waste my time and type all of this out. Like, what response were you looking from? What were you looking for? What were you trying to get out of that? Yeah, Edwin, he has a. I think if someone was from the north, they probably would be able to tell that he was from the south. But outside of that, he doesn't really have an accent. It looks bad, brother. I don't care. I don't know you. I literally don't know who you are. If you told me it looked good, I still wouldn't care. You're a no one to me. You might be a 6-year-old. I don't know. I'm married. I don't care what you think. You got one more comment. You have good beard genetics and you're ruining it. Why do you care about my beard? You're weird, bro. I don't know if you're a girl or a boy, but you're weird either way. I'm trying not to block you, man. I really don't like blocking people because I don't want to lift my finger up to do it. But you're just wasting the chat with these comments. Edwin, how much do you know about English accents? Oh my god, this guy won't stop commenting. I was trying not to block him, but I just gotta block him. Alright. I took the weirdo out of the chat. That's crazy. I've never blocked 2 people in one night. I can't remember what the first dude was talking about, but normally sometimes people come in and troll. They leave like one comment and leave, but today they've been really annoying. Like I said about the first dude, man. I don't know what got to be going on in your life to get on a random stream and just say dumb shit. Like, I'd be like, dang, bro, like, did you have a hard day or something, bro? Like, did did your mom cuss you out or something, bro? I wish they'd just come in the chat and be like, you know what, man? I had a really bad day. And I would comfort them. But instead they be leaving those kind of comments. You think it's the same person coming back? It could be. It definitely could be. Not much. I'm able to recognize British, and that's it. That's a big difference. One of the last students I taught, she was asking me, if like there was a big difference between us and British people, and I say yes. Sometimes I can't even understand it. It's Sunday. I think our Sunday is the worst. I feel like my middle of the week stream is worse as far as like randoms coming in. I feel like Sunday is usually the same group. Usually. But you know what? Speaking of British accents, I think it's funny. And this is what I think of when I think of people learning Spanish too. I always give them this example because I'm like, if you learn two different accents, the pronunciation is going to be off and the slang is going to be weird. Like, Americans don't really say mate. We only say mate, ironically. Like, I say mate all the time, but like, I'm joking. I'm not seriously like, hey, mate, could you help me out? But I do say mate all the time because it's funny. So imagine if you were speaking with an American accent and you were saying like mate and bruv. That's another thing too. I say bruv to be funny, but like I don't actually say bruv. So there's that. And like I said, the pronunciation is different. Like the way they say aluminum. I don't know what's going on with British people and aluminum. They say like aluminium or something. And of course, just generally the pronunciation is different. But some words, I'm just like, what? How did we get so far apart on this word? The first time I heard a British person say aluminium, I really looked at the word and I'm like, hmm, hmm. I'm like, what? How did we get there? Also, there's another one. Can't think of it, but we say it really differently. But I can't remember at the moment. Then of course all the little daily words. Cookie, chips, crisp, biscuit. All of those words are different for them. Rubbish, yeah, they say rubbish. Sometimes we say rubbish too, but not frequently. Not even close to as much as they say it. And we definitely don't say it for the trash. We say it for like, how would I describe how we use rubbish? Like rubbish for me is like an assortment of useless things. So I might be like, oh, there's a bunch of rubbish in the closet, but it's not actually the trash, if that makes sense. But yeah, biscuit. They say lift instead of elevator. They say a lot of stuff differently. And that's not even, like I said, that's not even including the different accents that they have. Some of their accents are really, really hard to understand. Some of them are very harsh. The Liverpool accent, very, very harsh. Because it talks like this. It's like there's something in the throat. Is there a rivalry? Yeah. Bro, yes. Do you know the history of America? Do you know the history of our country, bro? Don't make me give you a United States history lesson right now. It's not like a serious rivalry. Not like it was 300 years ago, but there will always be a rivalry between us because of history. Oh, you don't know much about it? Hmm. Well, let me tell you. The British, right? And they came over here and they colonized this big section of land called the United States now. It wasn't the United States back then. And in 1776, we freed ourselves from them. That's when we became independent. There was a whole war that we fought against them to free ourselves. And that is why July 4th is Freedom Day, Independence Day. So we will always have a rivalry because we fought a war against them. So, Susie, what's up? Yo. Yo, Susie, what do you think about Vibes Cartel being free? That's pretty crazy, right? Yeah, you didn't know that? He's free. They really let him out. You know, Jamaica hasn't been doing well in the Olympics. And somebody said, I can't remember what the joke was on Twitter, but they basically said Jamaica gave up their talent to free Cartel because I don't know what's going on in track. They've been losing everything. Oh, you're not on social media? Yeah, he's out. He's free. They actually had announced it like a couple months ago. I remember I tweeted in like March or so, March or April. I was like, "Yo, I just read that they overturned Cartel's conviction," and I was like, "They literally said he won the appeal," but I was like, "Hmm, maybe I was wrong because that was in March and I didn't see nothing about it." Then, nope, earlier this week they let him out. He's out. He been taking pics, throwing parties and everything. Yeah, I don't know how. Chop him up, fine, fine. Put him in a pot. Yeah, he's very dangerous for sure. It's the same between Latin America and Spain. There's a common joke asking Spaniards to give back the gold taken more than 200 years ago. Yeah, yeah, literally, it's the exact same thing. So, in the same way that, because I see this all the time too, Spaniards will be like, oh, people in Latin America don't speak proper Spanish, right? It's the same thing. Brits will tell us that we say things wrong and the original way is the way it's supposed to be said, and we're all speaking improper. And we're like, bro, it's been 300 years. We're our own country. Like, we're not even speaking, we're speaking the same language, but it's just, it's not the same. It's not incorrect. It's the way we speak. We don't speak the king's English. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. You weren't aware of that rivalry? Yep. But like I said, it's really only on July 4th. On July 4th, you know, we talk a lot and we say like, you know, we say bad things about British people um on just really on that day. But On a normal day, I don't think about British people. Not like that. And it's more of a fun rivalry now. You know, it's not like a. I'm trying to think of like two countries that maybe like legit hate each other, but I can't think of any right now. Maybe like North Korea and South Korea. That's like a real rivalry to me. That's like they probably do not like each other. But nah, us and Brits, it's like sports rivalries and stuff. I thought it was just about the language and the accent, not the colonialism. Yeah, the language and the accent stems from the colonialism, so they go hand in hand. Like I said, the Revolutionary War is like one of the biggest parts of our history. So as a kid, you learn that, oh, we went to war with them to be free, to be independent. So you automatically develop a little bit of a, not like hatred is not the right word. That's strong, but you think like, oh, British people. Like I said, as an adult, I don't think that I don't care about I don't care about it. But when you're a kid, you're like, oh, like yeah, America, like we won, we took it back. Yeah, there's a lot to that story though. A lot of jokes, lots of references that you probably wouldn't get unless you like really either grew up here or really read about how that happened, because it all happened because of taxes. And so the taxes were the reason that we decided to become our own nation. And there's something called the Boston Tea Party, where because of those taxes, basically a group at that time threw all of the tea in the ship out into the ocean. It's a pretty big deal, but like I said, you'd have to read a lot about it. British people are technically Americans who separated themselves, although Americans aren't truly Americans. I feel like it's the reverse, isn't it? Americans are technically British people who separated themselves. It's funny. I every time I always tell people like, it's funny that George Washington and all those dudes, they had British accents, cuz like, yeah, they were British. They literally were British, and then they invented this country, but they were actually British to start. They weren't born here. So that's hilarious when you think about it. But I mean, that's how history works. Like, for a country to start, like the people that start the country, they're not they're not that. Oh, okay, that's what you meant to type. Yeah. Yeah, no, it is definitely, it's definitely hilarious. Like the more you think about any kind of concepts like that, the weirder it gets. Like nationalism and all of that stuff, it's so weird because it's like, bro, at one time this didn't even exist. So to have so much pride in something that's divided by imaginary lines that originally wasn't even there, like it's very crazy. You could be born on this side of the line and you would just live and die for this. And you could be born right over here and you would live and die for this. And I'm like, this is crazy. They more like stole the country, not started it. They stole the land, but that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. You literally just invent it. You just say, this is this now. You know what I mean? Like, and it is because you say it is. Kept pushing the Indians further and further back. Man, I remember when I was a kid and we read about the Trail of Tears. I was like, yo, this is fucked up, bro. This is crazy. Guess who's back? Lily and Mackenzie. What up? Yeah, our history is deep and it's dark, but I really don't understand the people that want to like get rid of teaching history. It's so weird, man. Like I get that like some of it is uncomfortable. Like I said, as a kid, I remember reading about the Trail of Tears and even just like the original settlers. I remember reading, about how the pox blankets, how they would give them blankets and that would kill them. Shit was dark, man, but it's good to know that stuff. It's important to know that stuff. I like your eyebrow shape. Thanks. I don't. I got it from my mom. It's a gift. I don't know what a good eyebrow shape would be. I don't know what a bad eyebrow shape would be. So it slays. I don't know why, but that's hilarious. Edwin, are you still here? You know what? I'm reading about Colombia's history. Actually, I'm reading a book about the FARC and all of that stuff. Cause I'm like, I never understand any references for that stuff. So I'm like, I need to read this, man. So I'm finally deep diving into that. Let's see. 10:15. I think I'll stay on to at least 10:30. Kind of hungry, man. Kind of hungry. What y'all eat today? Or did y'all even eat today? I know some people just be drinking coffee, not even eating any food, wondering why they don't have any energy. Doo, 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 doo. Charlie, my guy, what's up, bro? I'm making chocolate cake from scratch. That's cool. I don't like chocolate. What did I read? Well, Edwin, I'm currently reading. I actually don't know the title, but it's like in some Colombian archive on the internet. Like it's like a government. One second, actually, I'm gonna look at it really fast. So it's like some 400-page document, and like the website is Centro de. I don't remember Centro de Memoria Historia or something like that. But anyways, it's like a 400-page document about the origins of the FARC and the guerrilla and all of that stuff. Because, like I said, I always hear references, and I'm like, I can't remember who's who. I can't remember what they were fighting for, like what the paramilitary started for. I'm always like, I kind of know, but I really need to just read about it and just really understand it. Just got in from watching Wolverine and Deadpool. Ooh, was it good? Chocolate and chocolate cake is two different things. Doesn't compare, in my opinion. I don't like either one. Then you are not just eating salad? What does that mean? Did I say something about salad? I don't remember saying anything about salad. Oh, I see the comment now. This week all I'm eating is salad, so I need something sweet on the side. Oh, I see now. But yeah, I can tolerate chocolate in some instances, like Snickers, Twix, because it has caramel with it. But anything pure chocolate, I don't like it. Like, no, like my stomach just started hurting thinking about chocolate cake. I thought it was really funny. It's probably been 5 years since I've gone to the movies and enjoyed it. I'll probably go see this one again. You just see it again? It must have been good. There was so much going on in this one. I actually saw I saw this couple that said they walked out of the movie theater because someone was being disrespected. Probably religion, right? Probably Christianity or something. But I'm like, why would you go watch that thinking that there wasn't gonna be something offensive in it? Like that's like Deadpool's whole thing. So I'm not gonna lie, them walking out of it made me want to go watch it. I'm like, I gotta go see this. I don't like pure chocolate and candy bars, but I like chocolate cake. Interesting. Very interesting. What's my favorite cake? I don't know. I think lots of people don't know red velvet cake is chocolate. You can insult Christians, that's easy. Insult Muslims and it's riots. I mean, it depends on what you do. I would say Sasha Cohen has made fun of Muslims, but no one ever killed him about it. I think people thought the dictator and Borat, they thought it was like fairly funny. I mean, I'm sure someone was upset, but like I said, there's certain things that are like, oh, disrespectful because it's comedy, and there's other things where it's like, man, you're not even trying to be funny. Like, it's just straight up disrespectful. Draw a picture of Muhammad. That's as complex as Colombian history. We're not usually taught history in schools. As far as I know, cathedral group stems from bipartisan farmers or rural workers not being represented. Yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. It's pretty interesting actually. Um, the origins of these groups and seeing like where they ended up going. Um, like you're supposed to be representing a certain person, but then it just turns into getting funded by narcos and becoming a rich group, and like the things that the group originally stood for doesn't even matter anymore. Since then, we've been dragging that issue up to these days. Yeah, that's what I've noticed, man. Every show I watch, there's always some reference or some mention of them, and I'm like, oh god, I'm like I kind of know, but I kind of don't know. I can definitely understand somebody getting offended. It wasn't anywhere near what it takes to offend me, although it's possible. Something went over my head. I'm like the same way, man. Like I'm not gonna say it's impossible to offend me, but you'd have to like I don't know. I don't know what would offend me. I'm just the type of person that if I don't like something, I just will stop. I wouldn't make a big deal about it though. I wouldn't like come online and be like, you know what, guys, I'm so offended. I can't believe they put this in there. Like, no, I'm not. I'm not easily offended. That's why, like, even when trolls come into the chat, I don't even immediately block them because I'm just like, bro, you're just really weird. I'm not upset. I just think you're weird. And if that makes you happy, being a troll, you got a sad life. I'm trying to think, have I ever been offended before? I think to offend me, you would have to directly attack something in my life. Personally, you would have to know me, and then, like, you'd have to attack my character. That's what I think is offensive. But things that are not directed towards me, it's almost impossible to offend me. All right, everyone. See you another time. I probably won't be on much longer. I think I said I was gonna get off at 10:30. The only movie I have really walked out of was 3D, and it wasn't because it offended me. It kind of made me feel car sick. Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't get necessarily car sick, but I do like always think it's weird. I just feel like, man, it's a weird experience. I'm so chilled. I don't get offended. You need to attack my family. Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, you have to say something about my family, or like I said, like really attack my character. Like I think the only time a YouTube comment ever got on my nerves was this guy commented on something I did, and he basically said I wasn't being authentic, and I was like, whoa, buddy, like that's like the worst thing you could ever say to me, because first of all, I don't give a fuck about nothing on here, bro. Everything I do is authentic. I only do this because I want to. I don't get paid by YouTube. I get offended by jobs paying crap wages. That is pretty offensive. I can't lie. But again, uh, very similar to the movies. I simply would go to another job. But it is disrespectful. Sometimes when I see job listings, I see the job and I look at the pay and I'm like, why do you think this is all you need to pay someone to do this work? That's insane. Insane. Let's see. All right, 3 more minutes, y'all. We're gonna go to 10:30. And then I'll be back on here probably Wednesday. Although I might start doing these on Tuesday and Sunday instead of Wednesday because I teach English on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And by when I get finished, I'm like, kind of don't feel like doing live. Have a good night. Charlie, we need to do a part 2 to our video eventually. See how much you've learned and progressed since the last time we talked. Because I feel like it's been like 2 years, right? Minimum wage is a contracted agreement, so every company knows the minimum they can get away with paying someone. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not working for minimum wage ever. I worked for minimum wage when I was 16 years old. And that was probably, yeah, no, that was the last time. And I was like, I will never do this again. Ever. 2 more minutes, y'all. 2 more minutes. I think Charlie left. I'm gonna have to hit him up separately outside of this chat. I kind of want to do part 2s of all the videos that I've done with people. Circle the block. See how much they've improved. See how much they've learned. See if they think anything differently than they did at the beginning of their Spanish journey. Oh, Charlie's still here. Probably has been about 2 years. I'm definitely down. Well, I will text you and see what your schedule is like. We'll do a part two, a remix, a sequel. All right, I'm actually getting off at 10:30. I'm not letting y'all trick me because every time I say I'm getting off at a certain time, someone asks a question and then I start rambling. And I'm like, oh God, I went past it. But it's 10:30. I'm leaving. I will see y'all sometime in the middle of this week.